Hi friends, this is Wani and welcome to Wani's house. Today I am answering one of the questions that was asked of me by one of my YouTube subscribers. So we are about 2 weeks out before Thanksgiving, and a lot of us have begun preparing, or at least kind of thinking about what we want to make for the Thanksgiving holidays. And so this subscriber asked me, with all of since in a video I said that I was going to have a brunch, and she wanted to know, usually she would have a brunch also, but after the brunch she would be so worn out and tired that she didn't even want to think about cooking. And so she asked me about some tips of how I go about, planning my meal for the holidays. And so Christmas and Thanksgiving, it is pretty much the same. And so I'm just going to quickly let you guys know how I have learned to strategize, because being a working mom, even though my daughter is grown, I still really jump in and put my all into the Thanksgiving and Christmas holidays. And so I still go all out, and all of that is very, very time consuming. So right now is the perfect time to start purchasing all of your supplies, everything that you're going to need for your Thanksgiving dinner. And I will do the same thing for Christmas. About 2 weeks out, I'll begin prepping and getting everything that I need for my dinner for Christmas. Example, right now, this past weekend, Aldi's had an excellent sale on a lot of their produce items. They had yams on sale for 99 cents. They had onions on sale. I think they had bell peppers and carrots, all the types of things that you would probably be using for your Thanksgiving dinner. If you're making a pot roast, if you're making a leg of lamb, if you're doing a simple turkey, usually those are some of the items that you would need. Even when you're making your stuffing, your giblet gravy, anything like that, those are some of the items that you would need. So I have begun purchasing a lot of the things that I need for my Thanksgiving dinner. There are a lot of things that I already have on hand, and things that I keep on hand, and such as vanilla. Aldi's has an excellent price for vanilla. It is I think it's $1.99 cheaper than I've found it anywhere else. I know at the Dollar Tree sometimes you can find a little small bottle of vanilla for $1, but for the things that I do, I need the larger bottle. So I always keep those type things, cloves and cinnamons and nutmeg. I always keep those those ingredients on hand also. So make sure you are looking at your sales circular and see the things that are on sale right now, and go ahead and get them now. So I'm gonna jump forward to the Saturday of the weekend prior to Thanksgiving. So generally what I do during this time, I've already gotten my turkey, and I will have that already. And on that Saturday or that Sunday, and if I'm looking down, I'm looking at my notes here, I begin to prep. I cannot stress that enough. I cut up all of my onions, all of my bell peppers that I might need. For my yams, I'll go ahead and cut my yams up and put them in water. You put them in water for maybe about 30 minutes, and then so that they won't oxidize, and then take them and put them in a Ziploc freezer bag. Go ahead and do that, but they're already cut up for your candy yams. I also cut up my celery, my bell peppers, anything like that. Go ahead and cut them up. Those things can be frozen, and just make sure when you freeze them flat. Okay? So that's what you're going to do on Saturday and Sunday. On Monday, one other thing you can do on Saturday and Sundays for your macaroni and cheese, things like that you're making like that. Go ahead, if you're using If you're grating your cheese, and a lot of people use several types of cheese in their macaroni and cheese, go ahead and grate that up now. And it's okay if you put it all in the same Ziploc bag. Make sure that you lay it flat so that the cheese freezes flat. And so when you take it out of the Ziploc bag, your cheese is already shredded, and you can mix it into your macaroni and cheese and sprinkle it on top. This day I will also take my turkey out on it will probably be that Sunday. Take my turkey out. Now there have been times that I have forgotten to take my turkey out on a Sunday and I take it out on Monday. It has been okay. So you take your turkey out on the Sunday and wash your greens or your kale or whatever kind of green vegetable that you're gonna have or you're gonna be serving. So for me, I will wash my greens and make sure I take all the stems out and pick them or whatever. And then after they're washed, I will put them in a Ziploc freezer bag and put them in the freezer. So Monday is a day after work. I do like light things to prep me for the upcoming holiday. So Monday is a day that I would, let's say for example, I will I will cook my greens. And so that day, after the greens are cooked and everything, and after they cool, I put them back in a Ziploc bag. And that's it. Okay. Tuesday, once I come back home from work, the things that you can do for Tuesday are a lot of things for your baking needs. So if you need to make your cornbread for your dressing, if you want to make your cakes, Tuesday will be an excellent day to make your cakes because you can get those types of things out the way. So I would make my cakes, but I don't make cakes. I generally make pies. So certain types of pies I would make on Tuesday. So like if I was doing a cheesecake, I would do my cheesecake on Tuesday because that gives all the ingredients enough time to meld together and I can put it in the refrigerator. But for example, my husband loves my apple pie, or if I make a peach cobbler, those types of desserts I will make on the morning, after brunch on Thanksgiving, only because I like them warm. And so I think they're like the best when they're just coming out the oven and you put like a dollop of vanilla ice cream on them. So those types of desserts I will go ahead and make on Thanksgiving morning. If you get up early, you can do that. But I'm going to get back there because I'm skipping. Okay, so we're on Tuesday. So Wednesday is the day you can take out your yams or your sweet potatoes. And this is the day that I would halfway make my sweet potato souffle. As well as is a day that I will boil my potatoes if I'm going to have potato salad, or if I'm going to have a macaroni salad or something like that. I would take care of that all then. And once the macaroni is done, I already cut up my onions and my celery and everything else that I might want to put in there is already cut up. I'll just put it into my macaroni salad and mix it up with the other ingredients and put that in the refrigerator, because that is another dish that tastes better as the days go by. So we have our sweet potato souffle and our macaroni on. And on Wednesday is the day that I would make my cornbread the day I would take out my cornbread from the freezer and make my dressing. Cornbread to me tastes so much better, and that's how my mom used to do it. After she would actually use old cornbread that we had and freeze it. So any leftover cornbread that we had and we hadn't eaten, she would just freeze it specifically for the holidays. And so I make my cornbread ahead of time and put it in the freezer, and when it's time for me to make my dressing, I bring out my cornbread, have it thaw out and bring it to room temperature, and I go ahead and add my other ingredients. This is also the day, by this day, I have cleaned my turkey, and I'm prepping my turkey because I generally put my turkey on the smoker and I smoke it overnight. I'm going to get to that in a minute. So, but since I'm talking about the turkey, now I have gotten all the giblets out the turkey, and it's the perfect time for me to make a big, huge pot of my giblet gravy. So I began working on this. All this is happening on Wednesday once I'm home from work. And generally, if I go to work on Wednesday, I get off early. And if I don't go to work, I have all day to do this. But generally, I'm getting off early on Wednesday, and I can tackle these items here. Now on Thursday, I get up really early on Thursday because I need to put my turkey on the smoker. And so I typically get up around 5 o'clock. My husband gets the smoker done ready, and we put the turkey on the smoker, and about 11 o'clock or so, the turkey is ready. So I don't have to be dealing with my turkey in the oven, making the house hot or anything like that. Now another idea about those yams, because you have so many things going on in the oven in various temperatures, but you can also use your crock pot for your yams and just make your sweet potato souffle in your crock pot. You know, and you can do that while you're at work on Wednesday or Tuesday, and then just take it out, put it in a Ziploc bag. When you're ready for it, take it out, put it in a pan or whatever, and and keep it moving. So and then on Thursday, the only thing that I have to do is everything that is not fully cooked, put it in the oven. So while my turkey is out on the smoker, I will stick my macaroni cheese in the oven. My sweet potato souffle goes in the oven, as well as my dressing. That's it. And all my pies are already prepared. I've taken all of my ingredients out, place them in the pans or whatever. If I cut up apples or peaches or whatever the case may be, I've put everything in the pan, and I put all of that in the oven. And so the different items finish baking or cooking at different times, and you just keep an eye on it. But around the same time, everything will be coming out of the oven except for the pies. The pies will come out a little bit earlier, but my macaroni cheese will come out, my dressing will come out, as well as my sweet potato souffle will all come out at the same time. So generally, we can have dinner by 4-5 o'clock, and I can go shopping. So guys, I hope these tips helped you. I have been doing this now for the last 3 years because I too used to really stress about having brunch and breakfast in the mornings, and then have to go right into cooking dinner. But now, since I've been doing it this way, and I do a little bit every day once I come home from work, it has made my life so much easier, and I'm able to excuse me, sit down on my sofa underneath my warm blanket and watch the Macy's Christmas parade. So guys, I hope you find these tips helpful. If you did, leave me a comment below. Also, give me some tips on some of the things you do. If the sequence is a little bit different, or if you just cook everything all at once. And you know, my grandmother used to do it that way, and you know, that's just the way she did it. But sometimes we have to simplify things for us. And it's okay to, you know, start ahead of time and then, you know, do a little bit as we go. So guys, I'm going to go ahead and end this video. But you know what I always say, the next time you're in town, you can always stop at Wani's house, and I'll be